They told you that the past cannot be changed. And what if I tell you that Neville Goddard believed it could be rewritten through the mind alone? I will reveal how this mysterious power called revision could alter not only memory, but the very events that followed it. This is how it unfolds when you realize the past is not fixed, but fluid in consciousness. This is the turning point where Neville invites you to sit quietly at the end of your day and relive moments that went wrong, as if they had gone right. This is where the invisible act of imagination begins its silent miracle. This is how the revision starts, not by denial, but by replacement, by imagining what should have been. This is the moment you become both the writer and the editor of your life script. This is when your emotions begin to align with your new imagined event. This is when you begin to feel as though the new version is more real than the old. This is where faith enters, as the bridge between the seen and the unseen. This is when Neville says, your imagination creates reality, not as philosophy, but as instruction. This is how you revise until the feeling of satisfaction replaces the sting of regret. This is when the subconscious mind records your new version as truth. This is when the world, without warning, begins to rearrange itself to match your inner revision. This is where miracles appear ordinary because they are the reflection of mental mastery. This is how you start to trust that yesterday bends to the will of imagination. This is when you see that memory is not history, but creative power disguised as recollection. This is where you stand at the edge of possibility and realize you can rewrite emotional scars into blessings. This is when Neville's mystery becomes your lived experience. This is the moment you understand that revision is not pretending, it is creating. Can you imagine what happens when this practice becomes your nightly ritual, when every day ends not with regret, but with quiet transformation? This is where your mind begins to understand its divine authority. This is when your subconscious no longer fears mistakes, but uses them as raw material for creation. This is how ordinary events begin to reshape themselves to match your imagined truth. This is when you begin to meet people differently, as if the universe itself has updated the script. This is how peace replaces the anxiety of what if. This is the moment you realize revision is not about erasing the past, but redeeming it. This is when lost opportunities reappear in strange, poetic ways. This is when you find that every apology you never received arrives through unexpected kindness. This is where relationships heal without words. This is how your new mental movie becomes a living prophecy. This is when your outer world becomes your revised story played back to you.